Colorado High School Activities Association Baseball is on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com this morning from Sunset Baseball Field in Brush. It's a Class 3A District 3 baseball semifinal as the Brush Beat Diggers take on the Denver Science and Tech Stapleton Knights. And we are underway a little bit early, about 9 minutes early here. Nico Guzman pitching to Ben Vandal, 2 balls and no strikes. And the fastball's in the outside corner for strike one. 2-1. We'll get to the lineups here momentarily as we got underway. Again, several minutes early. The pitch, swing and a miss, and Nico with that big-time fastball. Blows it right by Vandal, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the wind by the right-hander and the pitch. Swing and a miss and a fastball well above the letters. And there's out number 1. Out number 1. Here in the top of the first inning on the strikeout of Ben Vandal. And you can follow us on Twitter at KSIR Sports or our KSIR Sports Facebook page. It's actually 1010 KSIR Sports Facebook page. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch. That's a fastball for a strike. The count levels at 1-1 to the number 2 hitter in this lineup, the Offering. Fastball down and away. Hitting from the right side. 2 balls and 1 strike. That is Lewis Allen. And the pitch. That's a fastball in the outside corner. And the count is at 2-2. Nico ready. And the Offering. Swing and a miss on another tailing fastball. And Allen strikes out. Here comes Kevin Galindo. 3 games to be played today. And they did an incredible job, John Bass and the crew. A great job with this particular field. As Galindo will step in. Coming up, it'll be St. Mary's against Colorado, or the Academy, I should say. The Academy. The pitch. Fastball is a strike on the inner half, belt high. The opening pitch today was brought to you by Buildings by Design. The experience to complete your project from start to finish. Get the quality you deserve in your building. And the changeup down and away. By starting your build project right, start with Buildings by Design. 1 ball and 1 strike to the right-handed hitting Kevin Galindo. And the Offering. Swinging a foul to the backstop. It's 1-2. And then the 2 winners today will play at 3 o'clock for the district title. And the winner of that game advances to the 8-team double elimination state tournament beginning on Friday. Swung on and grounded weakly on the right side. And Guzman picks it up, throws to first after it went off his glove initially. And retired as Galindo. 1-2-3 for Nico here in the top of the first. Let's head to the bottom of the first inning. Denver Science and Tech does not score. The Beat Diggers are coming to bat on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Beat Digger starting lineups brought to you by Cargill Beef, committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at Cargill.com. For the Beat Diggers, batting first is the first baseman B.J. Hirschfeld. The second hitter is Baby Maltos Garcia. Batting third is the number 3 hitter, Alec Peterson. Kyle Rosenbrock hits fourth. Batting fifth will be Nico Guzman. Zane Fowl is in the 6th position for the Beat Diggers. He, of course, is the right fielder. Batting 7th is a designated hitter, Brandon Walter. Mikey Gutierrez is hitting 8th, and Grayson Simmons in left bats 9th. Here's Hirschfeld stepping in. We'll set up this lineup here momentarily for Denver Science, and the fastball is upstairs. Diego Bateman pitching today. And the 1-0 swing and a miss. Way out in front of that changeup. Count levels at 1-1 strike. And that pitch is a strike on the outer half. It's 1-2. From the right-hander Bateman to B.J. Hirschfeld. And he kicks and fires on the 1-2. And the curveball is upstairs. Two balls and two strikes. Hirschfeld calling time momentarily to settle back in. And the pitch and the breaking ball is high. That barely missed. Yeah, I mentioned foul. The right fielder foul is actually in center, of course, with Nico on the hill. 3-2, and that is outside. It's a 6-pitch walk to B.J. Hirschfeld.
Second baseman, number 12, Arnaldo Malto.
Hirschfeld hitting .385 coming in. Baby Matos Garcia, a .389 hitter. As he now bats for the Bee Diggers. Here's the stretch, still back to first, back in diving is Hirschfeld. Matos Garcia is at the top of the lineup, then went to the middle, now back at number 2, and that fastball's up and in. That's 4 consecutive balls thrown by Bateman. 1 ball and no strikes, the stretch and the offering, and that's down and away. Josiel Navas at first, Kevin Galindo at second, Thatcher Beatty at third, Ben Vandals the shortstop. In the outfield, David Martinez in left, Logan Schechter is in center, Dylan Rosansky in right, Lewis Allen behind the plate, and the offering, and that's up and away. 3-0 to Baby Matos Garcia. Nico Guzman struck out 2 in the opening frame. And now Baby way ahead of the count at 3-0. Bateman has thrown 7 straight balls, make it 6, and that's a strike. With a fastball down the middle. When you're shopping for new appliances, shop the best appliance store in Fort Morgan, B&B Appliance, with a full and complete line of Whirlpool appliances. They'll help you find your perfect fit. B&B Appliance in downtown Fort Morgan. That is upstairs with an off-speed pitch, and Baby walks on 5 pitches, so 2 walks to begin the bottom of the first inning. And watch out, because Alec Peterson leads the team with 6 home runs and 23 runs batted in, hitting .435, which is second on the team. In short, he has murdered the baseball all season long. And he will now bat here against Diego Bateman. The stretch and the pitch, and he takes it low and away. Bateman just trying to spot the baseball and having issues now. 1 ball and no strikes. Just underway, a little bit early here. And the pitch swung on and drifted into center field. Logan Schechter is way back, still going towards the track. It's over his head. It's off the middle of the fence. 2 runs are going to score. Hirschfeld is around third. Here's Matos Garcia. Peterson to third, and the throw is wide of the target. Gets away, but Peterson will not score on that one. It's a 2-run triple for Petey, and the Bee Diggers lead 2-0 in the bottom of the first inning over Denver Science and Tech Stapleton. Another long ride is what Peterson did. 318 is the average for Rosenbrock, but it was considerably lower weeks ago. He's gotten hot lately. The pitch is outside with a fastball. One ball and no strikes. That is also a ball. 2-0. The pitch was a little bit up to Kyle Rosenbrock. And the pitch, and that fastball rides inside. As Bateman is operating out of the windup here. with a man at third and nobody out. 2-0 Bee Diggers. And the offering right down the middle for a strike. Count is sitting at 3-1. Bee Diggers want to make this a short game if they can. And that pitch misses away and a little bit low. And that's the third walk issued.
Now batting pitcher number 13, Nico Guzman.
Here in the opening frame by Diego Bateman. And here is Nico, who leads the team with a .469 batting average. And, of course, hit a huge home run. And let's see, we're immediately going to have a pitching change already. Let's take a 1-minute break. Back at 1 minute. Brush 2, Denver Science and Tech, nothing in the bottom of the first inning with first and third and nobody out on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Logan Schechter is the new pitcher coming in from center field. The Bee Diggers lead 2-0. Back-to-back walks to B.J. Hirschfeld and Baby Matos Garcia, then a 2-run triple by Alec Peterson. Kyle Rosenbrock just walked. And with the way Nico Guzman threw in the opening innings, it's going to be very tough to generate even one run, let alone two. And you know the Bee Diggers are going to score more than two here in this frame. Guzman's last at bat of the regular season was a grand slam, which gave Brush a 12-10 lead on their way to a 14-12 win over Faith Christian. Let's see if Rosenbrock takes off throw to first. Tag applied but late there by Nava. So no outs recorded by Bateman, who goes into center. The stretch and the right-hander delivers. Runner goes. That's a strike. The throw to second is right there, but no, actually cut off. It'll be a strike and a stolen base for Rosenbrock. Yeah, it looked like it was going to go all the way through, and it did not. Now Nico with an RBI opportunity. The stretch and the pitch. The breaking ball's in the dirt, bounces to the screen. Peterson will score. And Rosenbrock to third on the wild pitch. And the Bee Diggers now lead 3-0 here in the bottom half of the first inning. And Brush has been torrid all season, torrid offensively. The pitch and the changeup is a strike on the outer half. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the offering. Breaking ball away. Count levels at 2-2. The pitch swung on and popped foul, out of play. So Nico stays alive. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. 3 across with a man at third at the bottom of the first inning. The Bee Diggers establishing their dominance early. The pitch and the breaking ball's a called strike 3 of the inside corner. A hook thrown by Logan Schechter. There's one down. And that did have major hook to it. And here is Zane Fowl. Fowl comes in with a .328 average. Let's see if he can pick up his pitcher. The stretch and the offering. Swing and a miss. Took a huge swing and missed it. Out in front of the changeup. Count is sitting at 0-1. Foul settling back in after that humongous swing. And the offering. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball tailing away. The count is sitting at 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes, 2 foul. And the pitch. Fastball is up and in. A waste pitch by the right-hander Schechter. Count sits at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The big hit, the only hit, a 2-run triple by Petey. And the offering. And the breaking ball is down and away. That's a big take there by Foul. That ball had lots of movement on it. Ball 2, strike 2. Out of the stretch with a man at third and 1 down. Schechter delivers. Swing and a miss. He blew him away on the pitch up in the zone. Looked like another off-speed pitch he was out in front of, and there's 2 down. Almost makes you wonder why Schechter didn't start the game the way he's pitching. He struck out 2 beat diggers in a row. Here's Brandon Walter. Walter hitting from the left side, batting .326, the stretch. And the pitch. And he takes a breaking ball over the middle for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Walter on the season has driven in 10. The right-hander looks at third, and the offering. Swing and a miss. He pulled off on that pitch. It's 0-2, threw a fastball right by him. Well, that's a good thing Brush scored those 3 runs, because right now they're trying to find themselves at the plate. The offering. Swing and a miss, and a changeup way out in front. And Walter strikes out on 3 pitches. And Schechter strikes out the side after 3 runs crossed. Let's head to the second inning as the Beat Diggers picked up just 1 hit and stranded 1. It's Brush 3, Denver Science and Tech Stapleton nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. It looked like it was going to be a huge inning for the Beat Diggers, up 3-0 with a man at third and nobody out, but then Logan Schechter struck out the next 3 hitters. So it remains at 3-0 over Denver Science and Tech Stapleton, headed to the second in this Class 3A District 3 semifinal from Sunset Baseball Field. We've already had 5 strikeouts in the game, 2 by Guzman, 3 by Schechter. And stepping in will be Diego Bateman from the right side. Bateman, Alejandro Porras, and Josiel Nava against the right-hander Guzman. Wind and pitch. Fastball is a strike. On the outer half, belt high, it's 0-1. Nico looks very comfortable out there based on what he did in the first inning. And the offering. That's right there on the outer half at the knees. Another fastball, it's 0-2. And that little change-up cutter also worked for him in that opening frame. Wind in the 0-2 pitch. That is outside. Boy, that barely missed. Even his balls are pretty close. 1 ball and 2 strikes. To the right-handed hitting Bateman right on top of the plate. He's actually out of the box a little bit. And the offering. Swing and a miss and a fastball tailing away. And there's 1 down. Strikeout number 3 for Nico. High Plains Bank offers a wide variety of products that can be customized to fit your individual needs. See what over a century of customer service can do for you at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. Here's the right-handed hitting Alejandro Porras. The pitch. Swing and a miss late on the fastball. It's 0-1. Yeah, one thing is to throw a good fastball. The other thing is to have movement on the pitch. Even harder to hit. Down and away. The count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike. Here in the top half of the second inning, Brush leads 3-0. The pitch. Low. 2-1 to Porras. You can follow this pitch by pitch at KSIRsports.com. Just click on faster or slower connections, faster preferred, the link to today's game, and the fastball is outside. 3-1 to Porras. Wearing those red uniforms with the black numerals and the gray pants. Swung on and fouled to the screen on a fastball up in the zone. 3-2 to Porras. Nico ready, and the pitch. Swung on and fouled. Challenged him with a fastball and got a piece of it. It remains at 3-2. Wind and offering. Swing and a miss. What a changeup. Oh, Porras well out in front. He swung yesterday and the ball got there today, so to speak. Strikeout number 4 for Guzman, and there's 2 down. Now, that was gorgeous. Here's Josiel Nava. Here's the wind and pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball in the outer half. It's 0-1. Another right-handed hitter for Denver Science and Tech. They are the Knights. Right down the middle for a strike. Knee high, and the count is at 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Nava. Nico ready. And delivers. That is right there down the middle for a strike, and Nico strikes out the side in order. He's got 5 strikeouts in the game. Let's go to the bottom of the second inning in this Class 3A District 3 semifinal from Sunset Baseball Field and Brush. It's the Bee Diggers 3, Denver Science and Tech nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bee Diggers lead Denver Science and Tech Stapleton by a score of 3-0. Let's head to the bottom of the second inning. I'm John Beltran from Sunset Baseball Field, where the Bee Diggers have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up. Mikey Gutierrez hitting .415 with 23 runs batted in out of the 8-hole for the most part. Homered early on this season and has really excelled at the bottom of the lineup. The wind and pitch by Schechter, swung on and grounded fair down the third baseline. A slow rolling baseball as Gutierrez goes for second to throw, and he's going to be in there. Man, that was all about speed. Yeah, with all the rain that this field got, it took a while for that ball to be fielded out in left field. And Mikey saw the opening, and he went for it with that blazing speed as Martinez could not get to that baseball quickly. That's the way the bottom of the second inning starts, with that double down the line. There's the G-man, Grayson Simmons, throw back to second. Nothing doing there. Simmons has driven in 21 according to this, hitting .390. I thought he had 23 ribbies. The stretch. And the pitch. And he takes a fastball away. One ball and no strikes. And the offering outside with a changeup. Count moves to 2-0. The Bee Diggers only had 1 hit in the opening inning, but benefited from 3 walks. It was a 2-run triple that helped them out there from Peterson. Swung on and fouled to the backstop. Big swing there by Simmons. 2 balls and 1 strike. Gutierrez with a sizable lead at second. That's a good 4 to 5 steps. The offering swung on, grounded foul down the first baseline. Swung early at a breaking ball. This Schechter's got some good stuff. Again, I'm almost surprised he didn't start the game. 2-2 to G-Man. Awaiting the pitch. Here it is. And the changeup is in the dirt. Bounces away, but not far enough from the catcher, Allen. 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out in the bottom of the second inning. The Bee Diggers scored 3 in the opening frame. The stretch. And the offering. Swung on and fouled off to the left. And went with another changeup, and Simmons got a piece of it. It'll stay at 3-2. The stretch. And the G-man awaits. Here's the offering. Outside with a changeup. And it's first and second. That's walk number 4 issued by Knights right-handers. One of them to B.J. Hirschfeld. And now he will now step in. Hirschfeld scored on the triple hit by Peterson in the opening frame. Peterson with that triple took over the RBI lead by himself. And the pitch. That's a strike. Throw back to first. G-man back and diving. The ball was dropped over there by Nava. No balls and 1 strike. Brush hasn't played a ton of small ball this year because they're so potent. But you got speed on the bases in case they decide to do so. And the offering. And the breaking ball's in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. And you do have a 3-0 lead. Hirschfeld has driven in 20 on the season. So no reason he can't drive in a run, at least in this situation. Schechter steps off, no throw. Gutierrez at second, Simmons at first. A bank that is committed to their community and keeping banking simple, Morgan Federal Bank. Stop by and see one of their loan officers, 321 ensign. That ball is hit in the air into left center field. Over to his left is Martinez in the gap, and he makes the catch. Gutierrez tags, and he races for third. He's in there. So a runner's advanced as Hirschfeld pops out. There's one down here for Baby Maltos Garcia. Baby walked and scored in his first at bat. Big opportunity for the junior. As he digs in from the right side. Simmons has a huge lead over at first. He's got to be careful over there. The stretch throw back to first, and boy, that's a close play, but he barely got back in. Yeah, he's got to be careful. That was a lot closer than the Beat Diggers needed. The stretch. Now he's a little bit closer to first. The pitch. Swung on and fouled back on a changeup up in the zone. Count is sitting at no balls and one strike. Pete's Farmers Cooperative have been in business since 1950, and that's Pete's Farmers Cooperative. They're still a small-town company that cares about each of their individual customers. No balls, one strike, one out, two on. 3-0 Brush in the bottom of the second inning. Logan Schechter, the right-hander, delivers, runner going. That is upstairs. Throw back to third, and the ball sails into left field. Here comes Mikey. He will score. That's the air on Allen, and a stolen base as well for Simmons. And the Beat Diggers lead 4-0 in the bottom half of this second inning. Now 1 ball, 1 strike count to Baby. Throw back to second. Again, Vandal, the shortstop, in there covering, but not a problem for him. As Simmons back in easily. The stretch. And the 1-1 pitch. And the breaking ball's down and away. In fact, scooped up. 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, in games like this, you can save the pitching staff knowing you'll be playing in 3 days if you win twice today. You want to win them quickly. And the pitch. Swung on and lifted into left field. Way back is Martinez towards the fence. Goodbye! It's a 2-run homer for Arnoldo Maltos Garcia. And the Beat Diggers lead the Denver Science and Tech Stapleton Knights 6-0. And that thing was tagged. There comes Petey.
Now batting, catcher number 8.
Very patient was Baby on that pitch. And he deposited it over the left field fence. We'll have a visit to the mound. I don't know if we'll have another pitching change. I mean, Schechter's throwing well. Keep in mind, he struck out the side in order. In the bottom of the first inning after 3 had crossed. Yeah, I think it's just a conversation. I don't think we'll have a change again. This team is 9-10 going in. The Beat Diggers were 13-5 during the regular season. There is Petey. And this potent offense continues for Brush. Schechter out of the wind and the pitch. And the breaking ball is down and away. 1 ball and no strikes to Alec Peterson, who now has 25 runs batted in, and he takes a fastball away. Count moves to 2-0. That'll bring up Kyle Rosenbrock. Petey, we just missed you there for a second on a 2-0 count. Hit a double into the left field gap. Here's Kyle Rosenbrock. And the pitch. He swings and lines it into left field for a base hit. Peterson to third. He's going to be sent home. The throw is going to be wide of the target. Here's Rosenbrock to second to throw the tag. He's going to be out. But it's an RBI single for Kyle Rosenbrock, and the Bee Diggers now lead 7-0. Yeah, he thought the throw was going all the way through. And instead, he was thrown out at second base as the tag was applied over there. And here's Nico. The pitch upstairs with a breaking ball. 1 ball and no strikes, the offering. Swung on and grounded slowly to the third baseman. The throw to first is going to be in time as Beatty retires Nico Guzman. However, the Bee Diggers put together 4 runs in the frame. They picked up 4 hits, including a 2-run homer from Baby Matos Garcia. Nobody left. Let's head to the third inning. It's Brush 7. Denver Science and Tech Stapleton nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bee Diggers hold a 7-0 lead headed to the third. And we apologize for any interruptions in our coverage. We try to give you a higher quality signal here, and sometimes it, very rarely, but it'll bleep out once in a while. So we hope to keep it as consistent as possible. And 6 up, 6 down so far for Denver Science and Tech. And that's because of Nico Guzman, who is throwing a gem so far. Nico has struck out 5 in the game. As we head to the third, it'll be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, Thatcher Beatty, David Martinez, and Dylan Rosansky, against the right-hander who's thrown just 28 pitches. Line and pitch. Swag and a miss at a fastball just below the letters. No balls and 1 strike. Wine and offering. That is right there on the outside corner. Painted beautifully. Another heater. Count is sitting at 0-2. To Beatty. Wine and pitch. Swing and a miss and a fastball above the letters. And Guzman is simply overmatching these Knights hitters at strikeout number 6. And there is 1 down. One down here for Martinez. And the offering. And that fastball is right down the middle for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. That's a little bit outside. Went with another heater. He's just throwing a lot of gas and did use that little cutter, that changeup on a 3-2 pitch for a strikeout earlier in the game. 1-1. Swag and a miss. Count is at 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and the offering outside with a fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 down. We're in the top of the third inning. Line and pitch, and that is just a little bit low, man. That barely missed, just below the knees. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Martinez. With 1 down and the bases empty in the third. Nico delivers. And that is called strike 3. That had action on it on the inside corner. Man, hard to tell if that was a straight fastball because that was moving. Strikeout number 7. And there's 2 down. Here's the only left-handed hitter in the lineup in Dylan Rosansky. Not a single base runner yet for the Knights. The pitch. Fastball is up and away. Ball one with no strikes. Bailey Mechanical Heating and Air Conditioning can take care of both needs. 522-0471, squaring to bunt. And he bunts it up the first base side. Guzman is going to glove it. He'll throw to first. And it's a third consecutive 1-2-3 inning for Nico Guzman. Let's head to the bottom of the third inning. The Bee Diggers with a 7-0 lead over Denver Science and Tech Stapleton here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. If the Bee Diggers continue this offensive onslaught, they might just be 6 outs away from winning this district semifinal. It's a 7-0 lead for Brush in the bottom of the third inning over the Knights of Denver Science and Tech Stapleton. And here is Zane Fowl, who struck out in his first at-bat against his right-hander Logan Schechter. Your family's safety is the main concern at Smart Parts, so let the trained pros take care of you when you need a windshield repaired. That is Smart Parts. Wind and pitch, swung on and popped up on the right side in foul territory. The pitcher, Schechter, makes the catch along the first base line, and there's one down. Zane way out in front of that changeup. There's Walter. He struck out his first time. Schechter, the right-hander, delivers. Changeup is way outside. 1 ball and no strikes. The Bee Diggers scored 3 runs in the first and 4 in the second. And the offering, swing and a miss. Man, he's pulling off on that changeup. Got to know he's throwing that pitch. Yeah, you can't take fastball swings at changeups. 1-1. Swung on that, has popped up on a changeup into shallow right field, and Rosansky to his right makes the catch. And there's 2 down. Better job there of Brandon waiting on that pitch, but out in front. And here is Mikey Gutierrez. He doubled and scored. Schechter might be able to generate a 1-2-3 inning. The pitch, swing and a miss. That was a changeup on the inner half. Tied up Mikey a bit. No balls and 1 strike. He swung at that same pitch the first time and got a base hit. The offering. That's a perfect breaking ball. Over the heart of the plate, it's 0-2 to the senior third baseman. With 2 down and the bases empty. And the offering. Fastball is up and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. To Mikey G. And the pitch in the dirt with a changeup. Ball 2, strike 2. Schechter delivers. Swung on, popped up extremely high in the infield. The shortstop Vandal locates it to his left and makes the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Logan Schechter. This game is moving along very quickly as we head to the 4th in this Class 3A District 3 semifinal. Brush 7, Denver Science and Tech Stapleton nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's head to the 4th inning. The Bee Diggers lead Denver Science and Tech Stapleton by a score of 7-0. Ben Vandal will now hit. Nico Guzman has struck out 7 over the first 3 innings. Not a lot of base runner. Let's see if Nico can keep this going. Here's the wind and pitch. Fastball is right there on the outer half for a strike just above the knees. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch down and away. And the count evens at 1-1 to the right-handed hitting shortstop Ben Vandal for Denver Science and Tech. And the pitch swung on. That is lifted into left field. Grayson Simmons to his left coming in. Drifts over, makes the catch. And there's 1 out. And that is the first ball hit out of the infield today by Denver Science and Tech. Lewis Allen struck out swinging in the opening frame. He is the catcher for the Knights. The pitch. Fastball is very high. Nico has thrown 28 of his 43 pitches for strikes. And the 1-0. Outside corner for a strike. Count evens at 1-1. Guzman ready in the offering. Swung on and fouled off the end of the bat on that changeup. Count moves to 1-2. Nico's got the arsenal working today, mainly the fastball, but every pitch has movement. As evidenced by the 7 strikeouts, the pitch. Swing! And a miss and a ball above the letters. Strikeout number 8 for Nico Guzman. There's 2 down. And here is Kevin Galindo. Galindo grounded back to the mound to end the first inning. Yeah, baseball's fun on the mound and on defense when your pitcher is doing as great a job as Guzman is. 11 up, 11 down. And if the B-Diggers can score 3 more runs for him, they can make this a 5-inning game. Line and pitch. Fastball is a strike on the outer half, thigh high. No balls and 1 strike. The wind and the offering. Swung on and tapped foul, and the ball tailing away. The off-speed pitch thrown by Nico. 0-2. Masterful work. I haven't seen an outing like this in a long time. I mean, this impeccable. Chad Freehoff back in 2001 threw a no-hitter against Highland. 0-2 pitch. Fastball is up and in. We've seen some outstanding outings since then, but again, not this impeccable. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Line and pitch. Swung on and foul towards the first base dugout, occupied by the Knights, and it remains at 1-2 to Kevin Galindo. 2 down and the bases empty in the top of the 4th inning. The B-Diggers holding a 7-0 lead in this 3A District 3 semifinal. Line in the pitch. Swung on and fouled. Went with another changeup. Temperature now in the 70s. Forget about the coat or a sweater. Not a chance of rain today. The wind and the 1-2. Swung on and fouled straight back. Went with a fastball. Remains at 1-2 to Galindo. Nico delivers in the dirt to the screen. 2-2. Took something off of that. Try to get Galindo chasing. Ball 2, strike 2 to Galindo. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled up the first base side. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat to Galindo, with 2 down and the bases empty in the 4th. Peterson lays down the sign. And the pitch. And he's waved at it on a ball in the dirt. Peterson's going to pick it up. He'll throw to first for the out. 1-2-3 again for Nico. That's 9 strikeouts for the right-hander. And he struck out 2 of the 3 hitters in that frame. Let's head to the bottom of the 4th. The B-Diggers 7. Denver Science and Tech Stapleton nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Grayson Simmons steps in. He walked his first time up here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Brush is holding a 7-0 lead over Denver Science and Tech Stapleton. So the G-Man with no official at-bats, only a plate appearance. Logan Schechter, the right-hander, delivers. Change up a strike at the knees. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. And the curveball is outside. Count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike. Simmons awaits the offering. Swung on and grounded foul on the slow breaking ball up the first base side. Ball one, strike two. And the G-man awaits. Upstairs with a changeup. G-man's got a couple of home runs this year. 2-2. Line and offering. Swung on and grounded down the first base side. Off the first baseman's glove. Now he's got it, and Nava steps in the bag. And there's out number one. That's 5 in a row. Here retired by Logan Schechter. There's B.J. Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld has walked and popped out. He's 0 for 1. The pitch. Swung on and driven down the line. If it stays fair, it's going to be at least a double. It's foul. As it twisted away. Better quality, better service, better results. It's Better Electric, also the home of Sterling Trailers. Your Big Tex headquarters, Better Electric. And with 2 locations in Brush and Fort Morgan, Engmeyer Phillips can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or needs. Engmeyer Phillips Insurance. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch, and the breaking ball is inside. Levels the count at 1-1. Hirschfeld calling time momentarily. The pitch. Fastball, a strike at the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the right-hander comes home. Curveball is just outside, man. That missed by a smidgen. Hirschfeld nearly got rung up. Instead, it's 2-2. Just off the plate. Rush got 3 runs in the first inning and 4 in the second. Alec Peterson had a 2-run triple in that frame. And then Baby Matos Garcia with a 2-run homer in the 4-run second. And the 2-2 pitch. Swung on line foul off to the right side. It actually jammed BJ. Count remains at 2-2. To the junior first baseman, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a breaking ball. 2 down. Here's the aforementioned Baby Matos Garcia. He walked in his first plate appearance. Line in the pitch in the dirt with a changeup, 1 ball and no strikes. Peterson on deck. You hate to get these guys up with 2 out and nobody on. Swung on and grounded down the third baseline for a base hit. Martinez chasing it in foul territory. Matos Garcia around first. He's into second with a 2-out double. And Baby is now 2 for 2 with 2 extra base hits.
Number 8, Alec Peterson.
The other with 2 extra base hits is Petey. A triple and a double. And he will now bat for Brush. Well, you can still score with the 2 outs and with a big-time threat at the plate. Schechter looks back. And the pitch. And that is in the dirt, scooped up by Allen. 1 ball and no strikes. The B-Diggers have 6 hits in the game. Denver Science and Tech does not have a base runner through 4. And the 1-0 outside with a changeup. 2 balls and no strikes. Huge lead for Baby at second. That's a humongous lead. The offering low with a fastball. 3-0. They're just pitching around Peterson, it appears. But you don't want to pitch around Peterson to get to Rosenbrock. Lots of Beat Digger faithful watching the game along the third base side and beyond left field. Right there for a strike. Took something off of that on the inner half. And it's 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike to Peterson. 7-0 Brush in the bottom of the fourth inning with 2 down, a man at second. Schechter comes home. And the breaking ball is down and away. Five walks issued by Knights pitchers. Rosenbrock walked and singled. And, you know, he's got tremendous power. Hit 2 home runs in a game this year against University. Hit 3 home runs in the playoffs as a freshman, including 1 in the state championship game against Eaton. Change up away, throw back to first, back in diving is Peterson. 1 ball and no strikes. Second game scheduled to start at 1. That could go earlier between St. Mary's and the Academy. Looking back, 1-0 pitch. Swung on and fisted and caught by the shortstop. Ben Vandal. Baby was headed back to second for some reason. There were 2 down. And the Beat Diggers are done in the bottom of the fourth inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left. We go to the 5th. Brush 7. Denver Science and Tech Stapleton nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's head to the 5th inning. Nico Guzman has been removed from the game. Struck out 9 of the first 12 hitters he faced. And Ryan Fergus is now the new pitcher. Nico threw 55 pitches. They might be trying to save him, too, for the second game a little bit. You use him up, and then it's all about Rosenbrock and then getting to number 3 and 4 pitchers. So preserving Nico a little bit as the Beat Diggers lead 7-0 over Denver Science and Tech Stapleton. And Fergus will face Diego Bateman. But what a job by Guzman. I mean, he wasn't good. He was great. Simply great. The pitch swung on and grounded left side. Rosenbrock has it, and then he drops it, picks it up, and no play. That'll be an error on the shortstop, Rosenbrock. That's the way this 5th inning begins. Here's Alejandro Porras. He struck out against Guzman. That's the first base runner for Denver Science and Tech. Still without a hit. The stretch by Fergus and the offering. And that ball hit him on the foot. Got him on the left foot. First and second. And here's Jaceel Nava. So a bad start for the Beat Diggers here in the 5th inning with the error and the hit batsman. The stretch and the offering. Bounces that one in. It gets away to the screen. And Fergus is short-arming some pitches here. Second and third. They haven't had to do anything. Just a ground ball to the shortstop. Nava, of course, struck out looking his first time up. I tell you, this game is certainly not over. It's a playoff game. You would assume that with a 7-0 lead, you got it in hand, but can't assume anything, and then he bounces that one in there. Yeah, Fergus is not even close to the strike zone except the first pitch he threw. 2 balls and no strikes. Yeah, he's just got to get over the fact that this is a playoff game and do his job on the hill. 2-0 to Nava. They're 2 pitches away from loading the bases. The infield is playing back. The pitch, that's in the dirt. 3-0. A pitching change brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Let the State Farm Insurance office of Greg Mullen and Brush help you find the best policy to fit your life, home, auto, life, and health. 8-4, 245-55. That ball nearly hit him on a changeup inside. The bases are loaded for Thatcher Beatty. And here comes Arturo Maltos Garcia, the pitching coach. And Ryan Fergus right now is falling apart. He just needs some confidence out there, and he's doesn't have any right now, not with the way he's thrown the last few pitches. But the B-Diggers do have a 7-0 lead. They've got that cushion. But an error and 2 walks, or check that, a hit batsman and a walk have loaded the bases. Let's see if the so-called conversation pays off. Here's Beatty stepping in. With the bases loaded out of the windup against Beatty. Fergus delivers, squaring to bunt, and it's in the dirt. Scooped up by Peterson, 1 ball and no strikes. At third is Bateman, Porras at second, now at first. One-0 pitch, swing, and a miss, and a ball diving down in the zone. I'm not sure why he swung at that. You got a pitcher who's struggling to throw strikes, and that would have been 2-0. But Fergus will take it. Hopefully that's a confidence booster for the B-Diggers. How about a grounder back to the mound? Start a 1-2-3, squaring to bunt, and that bounces in. 2-1. Yeah, if he walks this guy, you figure you got to make a change. You can't let this game get closer. I mean, it's 7-0, but with the bases loaded, nobody out, the Knights have some life. Swing and a miss and a changeup. Up above the letters, it's 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fergus 1 pitch away from at least getting the first out of the inning. With David Martinez on deck. And the offering. Swung on and fouled. Took a late swing on the changeup. And he stays alive at 2-2. The runners take their lead. 7-0 Brush in the top of the 5th inning, but the Knights have a huge threat. Wine and pitch, and the breaking ball is inside. Count goes to 3-2. Close, but no cigar there. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and grounded down the third base line. That is fair down the line. 1 run is going to score. Porras around third. The throw is going to be towards the plate and the tag, and he's going to be out. Safe. They called him safe. Oh, they called him safe. I don't know how they called him safe. It looked like he was clearly out. That'll be a 2-run single for Beatty. It's now 7-2. I don't know how he was called safe. That is impossible. Throw beat him by a mile, and looked like the tag did as well. That is incredible. And now 7-2, and here's Martinez. I cannot believe that. It was a delayed call, but wow. Second and third with nobody out. Here is Martinez. And the pitch swung on and fouled to the screen. Yeah, that is incredible. Looked like it was clearly out, but that was not the call. Here's the stretch and the 0-1. And the breaking ball bounces away from Peterson. Coming to the plate. Nope. The runner's going to retreat. Now the throw back to second. And Rosenbrock's going to field it, but no play. The B-Diggers, with no play on that one. Well, that was just a mess. Drew me back to the Fort Morgan game yesterday when there were messes in that second game and resulted, unfortunately, in a loss for the Mustangs. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a lot of chatter now going on in that dugout. The pitch, fastball, a strike on the outer half at the knees. Count is sitting at 1-2. Out of the stretch with second and third. Pitch to Martinez. Swung on and fouled. Went with a changeup up in the zone and got a piece of it. Yeah, there was nobody happier than this Denver Science team when Guzman was taken out. At third is Nava. Beatty at second. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch in the dirt with a curveball. 2-2. Well, this might go the full 7 innings. It looked like this game was going to be like an hour. All of a sudden, watch out because this nice team is coming back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch to Martinez. Changeup is low. 3-2. When it comes to livestock feed, you can rely on Colorado Soy to help deal with the nutritional needs of your livestock. Visit coloradosoy.com. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the offering. Swung on and grounded up the middle. That's going to be trouble. Rosenbrock is going to charge. He'll barehand. He'll throw to first. And that is going to be late. It's a base hit. A run scores as Nava crosses home plate. Now 7-3. Give Martinez the RBI. And runners at the corners. Here's Dylan Kozansky. He bunted into an out. Or check that. I think they're going with a pinch hitter here. Yeah. Will Keys will step in. The stretch and the pitch. Fastball for a strike on the other half. No balls and 1 strike, but this is a brand new ball game. Fergus delivers, runner goes way behind him, and the ball skips to the screen. Here comes the runner to the plate. The tag, and safe. He got in underneath. It'll be a wild pitch. 7-4 is now the score. And scoring is Beatty. This has been a mess here. A total mess. Brand new ball game. 1 ball and 1 strike. Still nobody out in the 5th inning. Scoring to bunt, and he takes it for a ball upstairs. Two balls and 1 strike to pitch. That's a strike. Took something off it on the outer half. Count moves to 2-2 with Ben Vandal on deck. Coming home. Outside corner with a fastball, and Key strikes out. And there's 1 down. Big pitch. Here's Vandal, who struck out and popped out.
How about in shortstop number 13, Ben Vandal?
All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get a couple of outs here, and that changeup is inside. Yeah, I don't know if Fergus can go another inning after this because he has really, really struggled. 1 ball and no strikes. He was out there with a 7-0 lead. The pitch, fastball, a strike. Count is level at 1-1. And the offering. Swung on, grounded up the middle. The shortstop, Rosenbrock, to his left, has got it. Throws to first, and there's 2 down. Martinez to third. And Lewis Allen will now bat. Well, it's never easy in a playoff game. And it was easy for a while because Nico Guzman made it look that way. And the pitch. Changeup, a strike down the middle. It's 0-1. The B-Diggers with a 7-4 lead. The stretch, and the offering squaring to bunt, and then he laid off. That levels the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. 4 runs across here in the top of the 5th inning. And they're looking for more. Pitch to Allen. Swung on and grounded weakly up the middle. Rosenbrock's going to charge gloves, throws to first, and in time to retire Allen. That was a great play by the senior shortstop, Kyle Rosenbrock. Anything but easy. However, Denver Science and Technology is back in the game. 4 runs, 2 hits, a B-digger error, and a man left. That was a mess of an inning for Brush, but they've got a 7-4 lead going into the bottom of the 5th inning in this 3A District 3 semifinal on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The B-Diggers hold a 7-4 lead over Denver Science and Tech Stapleton. It was 7-0 going into the frame. Then all of a sudden, boom. And it wasn't much that they did. The B-Diggers did provide some help. Guzman has struck out and grounded out. He's 0 for 2. The right-hander Logan Schechter comes home, and he takes a changeup low. Let's see if Brush can get at least a couple of those runs back. You'd like at least a 5-run lead. That way a grand slam can't even tie the game. It's down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 here to Guzman. The wind and the pitch, and the breaking ball is in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes. Home of the $8.95 dinner menu during the week and the best prime rib on Friday and Saturdays, Atwood Steakhouse. 3-0. Swung on, lined, and a one-hopper to the shortstop, picked up by Bando. Long throw to first, going to be late. We'll call that an infield hit on a hot shot. Hit by Guzman. And here is Zane Fowl. The B-Diggers pick up their 7th hit of the game. Fowl has struggled in his first 2 at-bats. He struck out and popped out. Brush looking to counter the 4 runs that the Knights scored. Throw back to first. Nico back in standing. 3 in the first, 4 in the second for Brush. 4 runs in the 5th for the Knights. The pitch. And the fastball's in their first strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Live in your world and learn in ours at Northeastern. For more information about classes available to you, go to njc.edu. The pitch. Breaking ball is grounded down the third base side. Foul. Count moves to 0-2. The winner of this game will play at 3 o'clock against the winner of the 1 o'clock game between the 13th-seed St. Mary's and the Academy, which is seeded 20th going into this tournament. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Fastball is upstairs. 1-2. The B-Diggers are 6 outs away, as they were had they tallied some more runs. Guzman struck out 9 of the 12 hitters he faced on 55 pitches. Throw to first and wide of the target, but Nava was able to stab it out of there and prevent it from going into the dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Foul waits. Schechter delivers. Swung on and fisted on the ground on the right side. That's going to be a base hit fielded by the second baseman. The throw to first is going to go just wide of the dugout. And the third will be Guzman, foul to second. And that was a senseless throw. No need to throw that ball by Galindo. It's a single and an error. There was no way they were going to throw out foul on that play.
Now batting right fielder, number 6, Brandon Walter.
There is Brandon Walter, who struck out and popped out. And with Brush holding a 3-run lead, they're about to extend it if Walter can place the ball somewhere. Hopefully in the outfield. Let's see what the Knights decide to do, whether they play the infield in or not, trailing by 3 in the bottom of the 5th inning. They convene for a conference on the Hill. B&J Plumbing can handle all your plumbing needs, from clogged drains to a major construction project. They're at 522-3828, B&J Plumbing. Of course, 2 3A district tournaments are taking place today. Ken Denver, the 6th seed, is hosting another one. There's a Patriot League team in that one, the 11th seed University. we already have 3 Patriot League teams in. Eaton, the number 1 seed, along with the number 10 seed Valley and the 15 seed Sterling, which upset Lamar yesterday 1-0 on a 3-hitter from Jacob Thiessen. Runners off of second and third. The infield playing back the pitch, and the changeup is up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Allen lays down the sign. Throw back to second. Tag applied, but foul back in there. As the shortstop was over there covering. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch upstairs. Throw back to third. Back in standing is Guzman. 2-0. Now the Bee-Diggers are in prime position to blow this thing wide open. They were up 7-0, but it's, again, a 3-run lead. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. 2-1. Off of third is Guzman. Foul at second. And the offering. Strung on and line down the left field line for a base hit on a breaking ball that was jamming Walter. Fouls around third. He will score behind Guzman. It's a 2-run single for Brandon Walter. And the Bee-Diggers lead 9-4. That pitch was riding in on the left-handed hitter. Nice job of Walter staying with it. And here's Gutierrez. Gutierrez in the game has doubled and popped out. He is 1 for 2. Throw back to first. And back in standing is Walter. Safe to say that's a huge hit for Brush. The stretch and the offering. And that's a fastball for a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. And the pitch is a strike on the outer half. 0-2 on the off-speed pitch. Thrown by Schechter. Throw back to first. Walter back in standing. No balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out, 1 on, and 2 across here in the bottom of the 5th inning on Brandon Walter's 2-run single. Stretch by Schechter. Pitch to Mikey. Fastball is upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A stretch, and Gutierrez calls time. Mikey's very good about trying to throw off the pace of a pitcher. That's the brain game that he normally wins. The stretch and the offering. Fastball is high and inside. Count moves to 2-2. In the bottom of the 5th inning. Step off, no throw. Allen again lays down the sign. And the pitch. And that is upstairs with a curveball. Throw to first and skips into Nava. Now 3-2. And this Schechter, since coming in, has thrown 79 pitches. He came into the game in the bottom of the 1st inning with no outs recorded. 3-2. Swung on and fouled to the backstop. Count remains at 3-2 the pitch. And that is upstairs. Threw him a curveball, and Gutierrez walks. Man, that's a great take by Mikey G. If that thing was about an inch lower, it would have been a strike. Grayson Simmons has walked and grounded out. And let's see what's going to happen with Gutierrez. I'm not sure what's happening there. Did they call him out, or? I'm not sure what happened. It looked like well, let's see. It was a balk that was called, so no walk to Gutierrez. And they got to explain that a little bit better. So it's still 3-2 to Mikey. Let's see if he's issued a walk eventually. The stretch. And the pitch. Swung on and lined for a base hit into left field. Walter steps on third base. He's headed home, and he's going to score on the run-scoring single by Mikey Gutierrez. 3 across for the Bee Diggers in the bottom of the 5th inning. They lead Denver Science and Tech 10-4. That was better than a walk. And now the G-man who's walked and grounded out will bat. And we might have a pitching change. Still nobody out. Yeah, Schechter's got to be tiring a bit. He's going to stay in there. I mean, he's done a credible job. There's no question about it. Bee Diggers have had these types of innings so many times this season. And here is Simmons. Officially 0 for 1. The stretch. And the pitch. Fastball is up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. If you get to Petey or Rosenbrock, you can definitely win this game right now. You score 4 more runs and the game is over. You don't have to send out a pitcher. And the 1-0, and that's a fastball for a strike. Took something off it on the outside corner. At the knees, the count is level at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Curveball is popped up out of play. Off to the left. Yeah, beginning to steam up a little bit. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stretch by Schechter. Throw back to first. Back in standing is Mikey. One and 2 to Simmons. The pitch. Swung on and hit extremely high on the left side. The shortstop, Vandal, is out in the grass, and he makes the catch about 3 steps deep. 1 down.
Number 11, B.J. Hirschfeld.
Here's B.J. Hirschfeld. Brush is out hitting Denver Science and Tech 10-2, outscoring them 10-4. Allen lays down the sign. And the offering. Fastball is high. 1 ball and no strikes. Farmer owned with global connections, CHS Grainland. Find them online at grainland.coop. Schechter comes home, and he bounces it in. Great play there by Allen. It's 2-0. Yeah, Hirschfeld and Baby get on. And you set the table for the big men. Although Baby does have a 2-run homer in this game. 2-0 pitch. Runner goes. Swing. And a miss on a breaking ball that was way outside. It's an easy stolen base as the ball went to the screen. And Hirschfeld must have just totally misread that. But he's ahead in the count at 2-1. Unless he was going to swing regardless. Just to block the catcher's path a little bit. Throw back to second. And the ball sails into center field. Mikey G's headed to third. Ball is picked up by Bateman. And that's been an issue, the errors. That is number 3 for Denver Science. Now they can get all 4 of the runs back. The stretch. And the offering. Swung on and fisted on the ground. That's going to be trouble. Vandal charges. Fields throws to first in time. But Gutierrez scores. It's an RBI for BJ, and the Bee Diggers now lead 11-4. And here's Baby. Well, you give up 4, you score 4. That's Bee Diggers are all right. Back to a 7-run lead. Swing and a miss out in front of that pitch, tailing away. No balls and 1 strike to Arnoldo Matos Garcia. Here's the wind by the right-hander, the pitch. Fastball off the glove of Allen to the screen. And that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. A walk, a home run, and a double for Baby. A 2-run shot. The pitch to the screen again. And now in order to win this game in this inning, Baby and Peterson would have to get on, and if Rosenbrock is to end it, he'll have to end it with a 3-run homer. Matos Garcia ahead in the count at 2-1. We'll have Dave Ramsey coming up at 1 o'clock. Then we'll be back with you at approximately 3 o'clock. And the pitch bounces it in. Unless we have a delay, there's a chance of a delay in between games if one of these games goes too long. And the 3-1 pitch swung on. That is popped up on the right side into right field. Over to his left. Ranging over and making the catch is Rosansky. And that's it. The Bee Diggers, though, score 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. They do it on 4 hits, 2 errors, and nobody left. We head to the 6th in this Class 3A District 3 semifinal. Brush 11, Denver Science and Tech Stapleton 4 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's head to the 6th. Brush 11, Denver Science and Tech Stapleton 4. Jaron Peterson will be the new pitcher. This game was cruising along until both teams played at 4 runs in this inning. So it's back to where it was when it was a 7-0 lead for Brush. Now Denver Science is going to need another of these rallies.
Second baseman number 16, Kevin Galindo.
Kevin Galindo appears to be their best contact hitter, as he will now bat for the Knights. He certainly battled Nico Guzman, who dominated everybody. And I mean everybody, all 12 hitters he faced. Certainly this is good experience for these younger pitchers pitching in a playoff game. Galindo grounded out, then struck out. So for 2. The pitch, fastball, rides inside. Rough outing for Fergus, but he did enough to avoid a monumental jam. The pitch swung on and tapped foul up the first base side. Count levels at 1-1. Peterson, a sophomore, was the kicker on the state championship football team. Did an incredible job. Here's the wind and the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and chopped over the mound towards the second baseman, Matos Garcia. He fires to first in time for the out. Boy, that's a very good play by Matos Garcia, who had to charge and make the play. Here's Diego Bateman. Bateman has struck out and reached on an error. In fact, he began that 5th inning rally for the Knights. Wind by Peterson, the pitch. Swung on and lined on one big hop to Rosenbrock. It's short. He fires to first high, but Hirschfeld comes down on the bag. There's 2 down. Here's Alejandro Porras. He's been hit by a pitch and he struck out in his first plate appearance. Officially at 0 for 1. Jaron Peterson with 2 outs and a base is empty, throws a fastball low. 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the wine and offering. Swung on and fouled off to the right and out of play. Your operation deserves the best when buying a mixer or feeder truck. Compare the MMI design, craftsmanship, and service. MMI International, they continually outperform their competitors, hands down. They're not afraid to stand behind their product. 842-5161. 1-1 pitch. Low. Took something off at 2-1. Two balls and one strike to Porras. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and a ball tailing down in the zone. Count is at 2-2. Wine and offering in the dirt. Short armed a changeup or a curveball, whatever that was. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here to the number 5 hitter in the lineup, Porras. And the pitch. All the way to the screen. He threw it behind him. That could not have been a fastball. That was a ball that got away from Jaron Peterson. It's a 6-pitch walk. Here is Hasiel Nava. Nava in the game has struck out and walked. And now time is called. Apparently a bat has to be picked up over there on the first base side. All right, so Peterson settles back on the rubber. The stretch and the pitch. Fastball is outside. Kyle Rosenbrock will start the second game. I'm sure Nico Guzman will be available as well. The stretch. And the 1-0. Rides inside with a fastball. Again with 2 outs, a man at first. Beedinger pitching has been very shaky. Here after Guzman was taken out, 2-0 offering. Swung on foul back. Peterson's done a pretty good job so far, but starting to struggle a little bit with his control. 2-1 to Nava. Very short lead at first for Porras. And the pitch, and he bounces it in. Man, that was looked like he either slipped off the mound or just didn't rear back. 3-1. On deck is Thatcher Beatty. 3-1 offering. That is inside with a fastball, and it's another walk. Well, that'll send up Beatty, who has struck out and singled.
Number 6, Thatcher Beatty.
Let's see, with 2 on and 2 out, if Peterson can prevent a run or a bases-loaded situation. Stretch and offering. And that's right there for a strike on the inner half. Count is at no balls and 1 strike. Looking back, and the offering. Bounces it in. He's short-arming a lot. Throw back to second, and the tag, and out at second base. Rosenbrock applies the tag, and picked off as Porras on a perfect throw by Petey, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. 5.5 complete in this Class 3A. District 3 semifinal. Brush 11. Denver Science and Tech Stapleton 4 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. All right, we have a change on the mound. Thatcher Beatty now pitching over there for Denver Science and Tech Stapleton as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Brush with an 11-4 lead. I'm trying to figure out who's at third over there. That might be Chris Gomez. Yeah, that's going to be my guess at third with Gomez. Nonetheless, It'll be Alec Peterson, Kyle Rosenbrock, and Nico Guzman for Brush.
Your attention, please, on the mound for the Knights, number 6, Thatcher Beatty.
And Petey has triple-doubled and walked. As the B-Diggers are either 3 outs away or 3 runs away from winning this game.
Catcher, number 8, Alec Peterson.
So here's Petey. Officially at 2 for 2. The right-hander, the third right-hander of the game for the Knights, delivers. Change-up, a strike. Up near the letters, it's 0-1. The wine and offering, and the breaking ball is down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Peterson awaits. He swings and grounds it down the third base side. Gomez picks it up, drops it, and he'll have no play. That'll be the 4th error of the game for Denver Science, and they put on a wild shift there.
Kyle Rosenbrock.
It was hit right to him. The second baseman, Galindo, is playing to the right side of the bag. Or to the left side of the bag from the hitter standpoint. Rosenbrock has walked, singled, and lined out. 1 for 2 in the game. The stretch, big lead for Peterson. Throw back to first, back in standing. Is Petey. Now officially at 2 for 3. The stretch. He takes off. Swung on and popped foul and out of play. That would have been an easy stolen base. No balls and 1 strike. Yeah, Peterson had a huge jump. Peterson, Rosenbrock, and Guzman here in the bottom of the 6th inning, 11-4 Brush. Allen lays down the sign. The stretch. Peterson takes off again, and that curveball's a strike. The throw to second will be late. Peterson's got a stolen base. And Rosenbrock in an 0-2 hole with nobody out of the bottom of the 6th inning. Brush leading by 7. And Beatty delivers. Fastball is up and in. Ball 1, strike 2. 3 in the first, 4 runs in the second, 4 in the 5th for Brush. 4 in the 5th for the Knights. The pitch. Curveball is grounded. Left side, Vando at short has got it off his body. Long throw to first is going to be late. And to third is Peterson. And then the ball skips away. Up against the fence on the errant throw. Rosenbrock to second. Peterson will score. And Brush now leads 12-4. So give Rosenbrock the base hit in the air on the first baseman, Nava. That's the second error of the inning. Guzman has struck out, grounded out, and singled. He's 1 for 3. The stretch. And the offering. Swing and a miss out in front of that pitch. No balls and 1 strike. They've won a couple of games, 14-4 this year. They could do it again. The offering. Breaking ball down and away. Count levels at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to Nico. The pitch. Curveball is a strike on the inside corner. 1-2. Looking in as the right-hander, Beatty. The pitch. Swung on and driven into left field. Martinez comes in, got a late jump, has to play it on a hop, and Rosenbrock had to hold it second. Thought that was going to be a routine fly. Instead, just a base hit for Nico. His second hit of the game. Well, a conversation on the hill. Here comes the shortstop, Vandal. Uh-oh. Bob Beatty, the head coach, not very happy out there with his left fielder Martinez on what seemed to be a routine fly, so he didn't even talk much to his pitcher, now is. First and second. Foul has struck out, popped out, and singled. He's 1 for 3. The B-Diggers have 12 hits in the game. They've also capitalized on 5 errors by the Knights. And they could end it in this inning. The stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Throw back to first. Nico's going to be caught in a rundown. Rosenbrock to third. The throw, and Nico's going to get back to first. And everybody's going to be safe. And now the ball gets by towards the Digger dugout. Guzman to second. Wow. Another mess and another error. No, and head coach Beatty not happy about that. In fact, we're going to have a change over there at third base in the middle of the inning. That looks like Perez is going to be in there now. Just a mess. 2 errors by the third baseman. And because of that, you have a substitution defensively in the middle of the inning. Kevin Perez now at third. Well, if it's a 2-run score, the game is over. Winding the pitch, and the curveball is swung on and lifted into center field. Coming in is Bateman, and he makes the catch. The runner's tag. Rosenbrock will score. Guzman to third. And it's now 13-4 in favor of the B-Diggers. That's 3 errors, by the way, in the inning.
Now batting right fielder, number 6.
For Denver Science and Tech, and 6 in the game. Brandon Walter will now hit. The infield's got to play in. Of a conference on the hill because of a ball's hit and then the B-Digger scores from third. And Guzman, then the game is over. With 1 down, here in the bottom of the 6th inning, been an ugly inning for Denver Science. Very choppy inning, to say the least. Brandon Walter in his last at bat had a huge 2-run single. At that point, it was only a 7-4 game. And Brandon hits for the left side. Thatcher Beatty winds and delivers. Changeup is in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes. We'll be back with you no earlier than 3 o'clock, it appears. The offering upstairs with another changeup. It's 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. The B-Diggers are a runaway here. The pitch. Swung on and grounded down the first base side. Foul. It's something solid in the outfield. It'll be the third 14-4 home victory for Brush this year. They did it against University and against Sterling. Very impressive wins. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Walter. Out of the windup and the pitch. And the breaking ball is inside. 3-2. The entire infield is in. Anticipating a play at the plate. 3 and 4 over the first 2 innings for Brush. Now 4 in the 5th and 2 in the 6th so far. The pitch. Swing and a miss and a changeup. Ball gets away. Here comes Guzman to the plate. Walter will be safe at first, and Guzman will score on the pass ball. And the Beet Diggers will win the game by a score of 14-4. An odd way to end the game, but Brush will take it. Let's take a 2-minute break. The Beet Diggers have advanced to the district championship game, 14-4 over Denver Science and Tech Stapleton on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Beet Digger post-game shows brought to you by Mr. D's Ace Home Center in Sterling Brush and Fort Morgan, your farm and ranch headquarters for all your farm and ranch supplies. They carry feed for all your animals and pets. Mr. D's Ace Home Center in Sterling Brush and Fort Morgan as the Beet Diggers advanced to the District 3 Class 3A semifinal, a championship game, I should say, by winning the semifinal by a score of 14-4 over Denver's Science and Tech Stapleton here from Sunset Baseball Field. 14 runs, 12 hits, 1 error, 4 left on base for Brush, 4 runs, 2 hits, 6 errors, and 2 left on base for Denver Science and Tech. The winning pitcher was Nico Guzman, went 4 very strong innings, very strong, struck out 9, did not allow a base runner. And the loss went to Diego Bateman, who did not retire a hitter in the first inning. Time of the game, 1 hour and 52 minutes. Here's how the Beet Diggers did it offensively. As in the bottom of the first inning, Brush would score 4 runs, thanks in part to Alec Peterson's 2-run triple. He would also score on an error. And that was actually a 3-run first and 4 in the second. Mikey Gutierrez scored on an error after a double. Baby Matos Garcia with a 2-run homer. Kyle Rosenbrock with an RBI single. Denver Science and Tech would counter with a 4-run fifth inning, but the Beet Diggers then came back. Brandon Walter with a 2-run single. Mikey Gutierrez with a run-scoring single. B.J. Hirschfeld drove in a run. It was 11-4. And then finally in the 6th inning, Alec Peterson would score on an error. Sac fly by Zane Fowl. Nico Guzman scored on a pass ball. And they win the game 14-4. The Beet Diggers move to 14-5. Denver Science and Tech Stapleton season comes to an end with a 9-11 record. And next up for the Beet Diggers, they'll take on the winner of this game that will start not at 1 o'clock. It'll go late. No question about it. As these two teams will battle momentarily, the 13th seed, St. Mary's, and the 20th seed, the Academy. In fact, they're relining the field. And they're grooming the mound right now, so it'll take a while. You'd think 12:15 at the earliest. Correction, 1:15 at the earliest for the start of this second game between St. Mary's and the Academy. St. Mary's and the Academy, with the Beet Diggers scheduled to play at 3 o'clock. So more than likely we'll take it no earlier than 3 o'clock, since this game nearly went a couple of hours, even though we started about 8 to 9 minutes early. Again, you can always follow us on Twitter at KSIR Sports or our 1010 KSIR Sports 1010 KSIR Sports Facebook page. I got papers rolling around. It's affecting my talking here. And you can log on to KSIRsports.com, and you can certainly click on the link for the upcoming game. It'll be up there momentarily when Brush plays the winner of this particular game at 3 o'clock. Sound engineer and producer of Brush Beet Digger Baseball for this first game. She'll be back with me at 3 o'clock. Has been Rose Condas. I'm John Beltran with the final score of this Class 3A District 3 semifinal from Sunset Baseball Field. In 6 innings, the Brush Beet Diggers defeat the Denver Science and Technology Stapleton Knights 14-4 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.